Hey, Facebook, YouTube, Social Cam. Um, I just came to you with the word that God has been giving to me. Um, that's been placed in my heart, placed in my spirit, and it's just entitled, "Can You Praise Past Your Pain?" Some of us have so much pain that we're holding on to in regards to people and their opinions, things that they have to say about us, rumors that they spread, some true, some lies. But is that affecting your relationship with God? That's the most important thing. Are you able to praise past your pain? Some of us have church hurt and we blame the saints and we blame those who pretend to be saints, those who have the form of godliness but are denying the powers thereof. We use them as excuses in order to slack on God and not walk in our calling. But God is not looking for a pretty praise. He's looking for someone who's willing to be bold. Someone is willing to be bold for him. No matter what people say, no matter what come, no matter what go, no matter what the situation is, do you have that faith of Job where you say, though they slay me, yet will I trust him? Can you deny everyone for God? Because you have to understand at the end, when we get to that gate, we can't go with our friends. Our friends can't vouch for us. They cannot vouch for us. We have to give an account for our own deeds that are done in our body. Just like the Bible says, let every man work out his own soul salvation. You can't speak for me and I can't speak for you. But there's no way in the world that I'm going to go to hell just because someone said something to upset me and made me affect my relationship with God. That's like you being married to someone and you leaving your husband or your wife just because somebody said something that you didn't like or that you didn't agree with. You know, you cannot allow the things of this world, you can't be succumbed by these things. If you find yourself in situations where you don't understand, seek God, because God is not the author of confusion. If you don't understand it, get into your word. Get a closer relationship with God. Get a prayer life. Make sure that you go into your secret closet. You know, when people tell you stuff in order to better you, don't get mad at them, because Ishmael taught me something. A friend of mine named Ishmael taught me something. Open rebuke is better than secret love. Also, obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience. So when they're talking about you and they're scandalizing your name and they're running your name through the dirt, and they're just defaming your character, and they're talking about you, and the only thing you ever try to do is help them. Only thing you ever try to do is better them, tell them the truth. Can you still have your relationship with God when they've hurt you to the point where you've cried and you can't believe it, and you're like, oh my God, I just tried to help them and they're talking about me. They're spreading lies about me, rumors about me, people that are close to you, your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your best friends. Come out from among thee and be ye separated. You know, it says that the way is straight, the road is narrow. That means everybody cannot go. Even an elevator has a capacity. When God is getting ready to elevate you, everybody can't come. But one important thing you got to understand is, just like that story about Judas. God was like, Jesus was like, listen, one of y'all gonna betray me. Everybody's like, oh, not me, Jesus, and not me. And he's like, oh no, one of you. You know. So if he knew that someone was going to betray him, apparently he knew who was going to betray him. But he still let it happen. You know why? Because there was a bigger purpose. There was a bigger picture. Because had it not been for that one betrayal, the prophecy would not have been fulfilled, and God would have never died for my sins. Jesus would have never died on that cross for my sins, and my sins would have never been forgiven. And then when the devil thought, hey, Jesus is going to die, little did he know that all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord. So while everybody was on earth looking for Jesus, he was in hell preaching a revival, taking the keys. Okay? So nothing can happen to you unless Jesus allows it to happen to you. And please believe there's a bigger picture in it all. The things that we go through are sometimes lessons for us, but most importantly, they're lessons for other people. We cannot effectively minister to others if we ain't never been through nothing. Because God don't need nobody that's perfect. That's why he said he's married to the backslider. So, can you give your life to Jesus today? Can you put everything aside that has happened to you, all the things that the people have said about you, all the hurt that you have? Can you praise past your pain? Be blessed.